Welcome to the July 912 Food Pharmacy program. My name is Liz Juneau and I'm the nutrition educator for the program. We're in the month of July and we're featuring two produce. One of them is tomatoes and the other one is peaches, and we're actually going to use them in the same recipe today. Peaches are in season right now, and they are beautiful. So we have some beautiful peaches here. A lot of people know that peaches are the state fruit of Georgia, but did you know that the peach flower is actually the state flower of Connecticut? So we also have nectarines, and those nectarines are actually a form of peaches. So that's just a little bit of trivia about peaches. So peaches can be just eaten as is, eaten as a snack. They can be used in things like smoothies. So we actually have another recipe in your recipe book for a peach cobbler smoothie this month. So it's delicious in that. You can use them in salads. We're going to be making the salsa today. You can use it in that. They make a great breakfast food. You can put it in cereal. You can put it in cottage cheese. You can have it in oatmeal. You can use peaches in things like pies and cobblers and crisps, so they can be desserts. But you can also use them in jams and jellies. So peaches are very versatile in savory and sweet dishes. Peaches are in season in the summertime, usually June through August. So how would you choose your peach? You want to choose peaches that are firm, but they yield to the touch. They should have a little bit of fuzz on them. They shouldn't have any blemishes on them. If you do buy them and they are unripe, you can store them in a brown paper bag till they ripen. And then when they do ripe, you can leave them on the counter for 1 to 2 days. They do freeze really well, but you do want to remove the skins. So you would do something called blanching. This is where you would put them in boiling water and then an ice bath. So what you'd want to do is, with a paring knife, you would want to make an X at the end of the peach. Use a slotted spoon to put them in the boiling water for about 30 seconds. When you take them out, put them in an ice bath, an ice and water bath. Once you remove them from the ice bath, the peeling should peel off very readily. After that, you want to slice the peaches, core them and slice them, and then you want to freeze them on a tray in the freezer for about 24 hours or overnight. After they've froze them, you can take them out, then you want to put them in the container or bag to store them in. So our recipe today is for a peach tomato salsa. So let me tell you what's in it. So of course we have the nice ripe peaches. So it calls for 2 cups of ripe peaches, which is about 2 medium-sized peaches. It also calls for a cup of tomato, diced. And so we're going to cut up the peaches in a second. It calls for a half a cup of red bell pepper, also diced, a half a cup of red onion diced, 1 small jalapeno diced, 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro, and 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, plus a pinch of salt. Let's chop up these peaches. So I'm just going to cut it down the middle. These are nice ripe peaches, but we're going to take the pit out. We're going to take the pit out. There we go. So we've been talking about mindfulness, which is staying present in the moment, eating with intention and attention. And one way to bring mindfulness to cooking is in the process of chopping your fruits and vegetables. So the idea is just to be in the moment, kind of feel your feet on the floor, be present, and you can use that with like feeling the weight of the knife, the heaviness, just slicing the fruits or vegetables. Of course, using your senses, looking at the food, smelling the food, the texture. So each fruit or vegetable, the texture may be a little bit different. So I'm chopping a tomato here, which is a little bit different texture than something like an apple would be. So in this recipe, we're going to be dicing, which is cutting in smaller pieces. So I'm just going to start off with slicing. And then I'm just going to do it in uniform pieces. So the idea is to have more uniformity so that each bite is similar. And we're going to put that in our bowl. This is our jalapeno pepper, which again, a little bit different texture. We are going to take out the seeds and the membrane because that's where a lot of the heat is. So we're just going to clean that out. And you can vary the amount of jalapeno. The recipe calls for 1. If you didn't want it that hot, you could certainly use less. If you want it hotter, you can certainly use more. So in this case, I'm just going to slice it. And again, this has a little bit different texture, and you hear the way it chops. So again, mindfulness is just staying present in the moment, but this is just a good way of actually doing that when you cook. So we're back, and I have everything chopped. So we have the 2 cups of ripe peaches chopped. We have the 1 tomato, also chopped up, diced up. We have the 1/2 cup of red bell pepper. We have the 1/2 cup of red onion. We have the small jalapeno diced, and I did remove the seeds and the membrane, but if you like it hotter, you can surely leave that in there. And then we're gonna add, finally, the 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. And again, if cilantro is not to your liking, you can leave it out. And then we're gonna put the lime juice, so it's 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. And then it's just a pinch of salt. So I'm gonna mix this up. Wonderful scent smells of the peaches, the tomatoes, the onions, the lime, the cilantro, all mixed together. Beautiful color coming together. So how would you use this salsa? Well, it has some great applications. You could use it just like you would regular salsa with chips. You could put it on the side of meat, say a chicken or beef or pork or fish. It's lovely with that. You could use it in a salad. You could use it any way you normally would salsa. It can be used as just a side dish. It's just it's a good summer. It's cool. It's refreshing. So I hope you make it. So let's plate it up. Go. Just want to let you know that peaches, like I said, are usually in season from June to August, but we have a little bit earlier season here in Georgia right now. So peaches are kind of coming to an end. So get out and get your peaches before they go away. At least the seasonal ones, the local ones. So let me plate up a little of this. And of course, I want to taste it. Wow, good stuff. The peaches, like I said, the onions, the tomatoes, the cilantro, the lime juice, all comes together in this beautiful salsa. One more bite. Good. Okay, let's talk about the journal prompts. So we asked you to journal, and there is a space in your recipe book to journal in. And so journaling just gets you to answer more questions about yourself as the way to see how you're progressing. So we asked you last month to think about what your primary health goals, things like eating more fruits and vegetables, moving your body more, drinking more water, learning to cook new recipes, trying foods that are new to you, or cooking more at home. So, or anything else. So in the month of July, some of the journaling questions are, is being in the 912 food pharmacy program changing the way you think about food? And are you trying new or less familiar foods? So that's just something to think about. So journal on those questions, and I hope to see you at the 912 truck, and we'll talk about that. So I hope you tried the recipe for the salsa or the smoothie recipe that's in your recipe book, and I hope to see you at the farm truck 912 at one of its stops. So thank you for participating.